Well, now we got the tire off. Let's see what our brakes look like under here. Ah! There's nothing on that side. Hey, this side will be great. It's mint. Yeah. We knew we were going to replace all that stuff regardless of what we do. It'd be cool to have some disc brakes on the back of this old truck, but I don't think so. I think she's going to stick with the drums. It may just be those brakes off that rear end. Let's jack it up, put it on jack stands, pop a wheel and a brake drum off that and see what we're looking at. We're getting to the point of pulling axles or changing complete diffs. I'm not sure. No leaky leaky. Ah, yuck. All right, so we got the good news and we got the bad news. Everything inside here looks great. Rolls over smooth, even has 373 gears. Hooray. Then I measure from backing plate to backing plate. And this rear is 55 inches, roughly. The other one, 57 inches, roughly. So 2 inches wider. So I guarantee those axles in that other housing, each side is an inch longer. No, why do they have to do this stuff and change it up? I think this rear housing is probably 67. I'd have to look at the dates on it to make sure. That truck is a 71. Guarantee they never changed anything on it. Man, you know, old truck, when I bought it, didn't have any rear wheels on it. I had to get it on the trailer. They had a tractor, but I think they drug it across the pasture to get it to where they had parked it at. So the rear diff cover is kind of folded up around these bolts a little bit. Sure, that's not a uncommon thing. It just makes it a little bit more of a pain in the butt to get the cover off. And it was already being a pain. Whatever, we just keep going. About got it. Oh, have mercy. No, no, can't. Yep, can. Nope, can't. Nope. That is funny. come on. Oh, dang it, Jimmy. Didn't look as good as the other one, folks. Ah, come on. We have sludge. Bolt rebuild. All right, so just washed that off so I could look at the teeth on this. I don't have a light out here, so it may not even show up on camera, but there's a little bit of rust on the ring gear on this rear end. I'm afraid this one would make noise from day 1 until day 151. So I'm guessing with this thing sitting outside with the bed off and no little plastic vent cap on the vent hose, water was able to go directly into that rear diff. I think this truck's probably been sitting for about 15 to 20 years, so that's plenty of time for us to accumulate moisture. When I was dumping out that gear oil out of this diff, there was considerable water left in it, so I'm gonna still get in and clean these ring gear teeth off a little bit better, get some light, and show you guys what that looks like. I do have another option here. I was looking at these drums and they're different size, so the ends of the axles are actually different size. I was just going to slip the 5-hole drum on there and re-drill this to 5-hole. I think that'll be the easy thing to do. I'm going to actually take and have this centering hub machined down. It needs to be roughly 1/4 of an inch smaller diameter to be able to get that other drum on it. And then I don't know if I'll weld these up first, then re-drill, or just go ahead and re-drill those other holes. But I think that's going to be the easiest and cheapest fix for us to do. If you had to pay your machinist to do it, it's probably a wash on cost, because you can buy 5-hole replacement axles for these fairly cheap. So make friends with your machinist, guys. Doesn't look good for the home team, does it? All right, come in closer and look at this one. Still, it's not rust, it's just black crap on the gears. Oh, but she's got the, oh, I see stuff moving a bunch there, folks. Not sure. Just got a different kind of a keeper there for our spiders. Yep, I don't think this one's going to be any good for our use. We'll go ahead and take a good look, though. We may be able to get rid of it for money. All right, bring you guys in here. So look at that. That's the Gov Bomb. Yeah, a locker or limited slip diff style. We got 342 gears in it, so that's okay. They're slightly, I don't know what you would call it. They're not really rusty, but they're not they're not shiny worn. They have like some freckling there, but it's not deep or anything. Looks like the gears have been replaced in this diff because they're black oxide coated, like a set of aftermarket or a replacement set of gears would be. I don't know. They're probably original, and it's just black funk coming off there from this diff. All right, so that's what we got to do. We just got to cut all the brackets off, slick this housing off, and then grind it, and we'll have the housing ready to set into our C10. All right, so everything got cut off, cleaned off. I didn't bother to grind it down completely flush. I just knocked it down close. I did pull the drums off to kind of clean out the inside, and then looking at these things are missing like half of the brake hardware in there, especially like this side has no upper springs at all, no little crossbar to it. So yeah, not a huge deal. Drum brakes aren't that hard to build or come up with the parts for, and you know, we're mainly just swapping this right now. So we have a 5-hole rear to match the front. Yeah, we're mainly just swapping this now to get a 5-hole rear to match the front so that we can bolt wheels and tires on that hold air, and we can roll this thing around the shop easy. We still got quite a bit of fab work to do, some playing, some getting stuff figured out. I did get this back up in the air, and I'm gonna roll my table up under here, take this rear diff out, so then we can set our other one in, get it squared up. We're gonna build us some quick little perches to tack weld to it, and yeah, that's where we're going. All right, so put our angle finder on here. We got 85, so 5 degrees going one way, yeah. Come up here, 5 degrees going the other way. Got our pads kind of funky fitted there. They're weird on these trucks because they have to sit at such a severe angle, and I just took and used the original ones and kind of notched them out a little different. I'll weld it where it's tight, where there's not a giant gap, and we'll just go with that. I am going to have to build a piece coming off of the back of this to hook our panhard bar up to, because there's nothing to keep this rear end from moving back and forth on these trucks. The original rear ends have a stud that comes off of them over here, just a piece on there, and we'll just extend it out and go off of the bottom of this going back up that way. The only thing we have to do is we have to miss our gas tank, and we got plenty of room to do that. I would like to mount a shock at the back of this also. Go all the way to the top of the frame, come off of there with a mount going down to our rear diff. We don't have to have the bed on to do that. I did raise this up to the point where we're close to being at ride height before I'd measured those angles for the pinion. So I'm going to fire up the welder, throw me a couple of tack welds on each side so that this thing doesn't move around and it's locked in. All right, so this is what our panhard bar, the kind of the path it's going to follow. This is the angle that our shocks are going to sit at in here. I think this video is probably about long enough. We dropped gear oil out of just about every differential I've got under one of these trucks that would come close to working. Finally found us a 3:42 ratio rear with the Gov Bomb design locker in it. And we just have to do this other fabrication work at this point to have a functional rear end under the truck. The main goal for the video today, though, was to get this 5-hole rear under it so I can put the wheels and tires that match the front ones on here. So, success, small amount, just moving forward a little at a time. You guys, I appreciate you watching my videos. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Let me know what I could do different or better. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.